And all my students, welcome once again to my YouTube chemistry channel, Amazing Chemistry Classes. So today we are going to discuss about the few more topics of chemical bonding. Already I have uploaded 3 videos. I hope you must have seen. जिन बच्चों ने नहीं देखा है, so it's my request first go through all the 3 topics, which 3 videos where I have covered up lot of topics of chemical bonding, where I have discussed in detail about ionic bond, covalent bond, different conditions, how ionic bonds are formed, what are the conditions where covalent bonds are formed, what are the characteristics features of covalent bonding. Then we have discussed about the molecular geometries. Then we have discussed about ionization enthalpy. We discussed about bond dissociation energy. We have discussed about different bonds like covalent and ionic bond, various conditions. So today we are going to discuss about geometries. In previous video I discussed about the valence electron pair repulsion theory in detail. We have discussed plenty of points. So I hope you guys must have seen. बच्चों, मैं हमेशा एक ही चीज़ बोलता हूँ आप लोगों को कि जब भी आप केमिस्ट्री सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ो, so always need to have copy and pen. ये जस्ट मैं अपनी प्रीवियस स्लाइड्स को एक बार आप लोगों के लिए रिवाइंड कर रहा हूँ, सो दैट आप लोगों को पता हो कि ये सारी वीडियोस मैं ऑलरेडी अपलोड कर चुका हूँ और ये सारे टॉपिक्स हमने कवर अप किए हैं. आज हम लोग मॉलिक्यूलर ज्योमेट्रीज के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे, डिफरेंट बॉन्ड एंगल्स के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे हम, और इसी के साथ हम आगे केमिकल बॉन्डिंग में पढ़ेंगे. तो ये सारे टॉपिक्स मैंने जो कवर किए हैं, इसलिए मैंने जस्ट एक वैलेंशियल इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर रिपल्शन थ्योरी के बारे में मैंने इन डिटेल आप लोगों को पूरा समझाया है. आई होप आप लोगों को समझ में आया होगा. अगर बच्चों आपको कुछ भी डाउट है, आपको लगता है कि पॉइंट्स क्लियर नहीं हुए हैं, तो आप लोग मेरे से पूछ सकते हैं. सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट सम कॉमन ज्योमेट्रीज. Like first molecule we are going to discuss, that is HCl, where you can see the geometry is linear. Second, if we discuss about ट्राइगोनल प्लेनर, अगर हम ट्राइगोनल प्लेनर की बात करेंगे तो इसमें हमारा सबसे फर्स्ट एग्जांपल हम बोरॉन ट्राइफ्लोराइड की बात करते हैं. एंड द नेक्स्ट वन इज टेट्राहेड्रल. सो टेट्राहेड्रल में हम लोगों का जो एग्जांपल आता है दैट इज मीथेन, CH4. ओके, ये लास्ट टाइम भी मैंने डिस्कस किया था बेरिलियम डाइक्लोराइड, बिकॉज इसमें क्या है, बेरिलियम हमारा सेकंड ग्रुप में बिलोंग करता है. सो नंबर ऑफ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन इज 2. सिमिलरली नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड्स फॉर्म विद क्लोरीन, बिकॉज क्लोरीन के 2 एटम्स है, सो बॉन्ड फॉर्म विल बी 2. सो नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड पेयर्स, क्योंकि 2 बॉन्ड है, दैट इज 2. लोन पेयर इसमें कुछ भी नहीं है, सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर इज इक्वल टू 2. सो शेप ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल इज लीनियर एंड द बॉन्ड एंगल वुड बी 180 डिग्री. Now talking about next one, that is BF3. As you can see, boron is a group number 13 element. Total number of valence electron is 3. Number of bonds formed with fluorine is 3, and the number of bond pairs equal to 3. So total number of electrons would be 3, and the shape of the molecule is trigonal planar, and bond angle would be 120 degree. Okay, तो ये हमारा second example है. Third, we are going to discuss about the geometry of methane, that is CH4. So number of valence electron, because carbon belongs to group number 14, so total number of valence electron is 4. Number of bond formed would be 4, because carbon के साथ 4 हाइड्रोजन हमारे attached हैं. Number of bond pair is 4. Number of lone pair of electron is 0. So total number of electron pair is 4, and the shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. And if we talk about bond angle for tetrahedral for CH4, the bond angle is 109.5 degree. Now let's talk about phosphorus pentachloride, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल बच्चों. कई बार इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आता है. तो इसमें शेप ऑफ द मॉलिक्यूल हमारा ट्राइगोनल बाइपिरामिडल है, बिकॉज टोटल नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड फॉर्म हमारे 5 हैं, क्लोरीन एटम 5 हैं, फॉस्फोरस के 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं. नंबर ऑफ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन, नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड पेयर इज 5. सो शेप ऑफ द मॉलिक्यूल इज ट्राइगोनल बाइपिरामिडल, एंड द बॉन्ड एंगल वुड बी 120 डिग्री and 90 degree. Now sulfur hexafluoride. Sulfur belongs to oxygen family. Total number of valence electron is 6. Number of bond formed with fluorine is 6. Bond pair is 6, and shape of the molecule is octahedral. Bond angle is 90 degree. यहाँ पे आप लोग देख पा रहे होंगे बच्चों, it's a wonderful pictorial representation through which you can understand the linear shape, trigonal shape and tetrahedral along with the bond angle. First, I have given an example of BF3 straight, that is 180 degrees. Second one is trigonal planar. First, we have given an example of linear molecule. Sorry, by mistake, I told you BF3 is the second, that is a trigonal planar. Tetrahedral geometry, I have given an example of methane. लीनियर में आप कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का भी एक एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं. CO2 इज आल्सो हैविंग अ लीनियर स्ट्रक्चर. ट्राइगोनल प्लेन बाइपिरामिडल में मैंने आपको PCl5 का एग्जांपल दिया है. ऑक्टाहेड्रल में SF6 का एग्जांपल दिया है मैंने. बॉन्ड एंगल इज 90 डिग्री. So I hope you guys can take a snapshot of this, and it is very much given in your NCERT बच्चों. Now talking about structure determination by valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Here I have given an example of ammonia. So bond pair is 3, lone pair of electron on nitrogen is 1. So total is equal to 4. So the geometry would be tetrahedral. Lone pair of electron आप red से देख सकते हैं. And the molecular geometry, the position of the atom is trigonal pyramid. All right. Moving on to the next one, that is water molecule. You can see there are 2 lone pair of electron over the oxygen. Total number of bonds is 2. So that electron pair geometry is tetrahedral, and the molecular geometry is bent. You can see I have shown the lone pair, bonding pairs. I hope it is very much clear बच्चों. आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा होगा. कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. मज़े की बात यह है कि इसमें सब कुछ आपको क्लियर है, तो आप लोगों को कुछ भी इसमें डिफ़िकल्ट नहीं लगना चाहिए. Talking about valence shell electron pair repulsion model, the effect of non-bonding electrons. By experiment, we can say that the HX-H bond angle decreases, moving from carbon to nitrogen and further to oxygen. Here I have given an example of CH4, then NH3 and H2O. So आप लोग देख पा रहे होंगे bond angle हमारा reduce हो रहा है. Why it is so? Because since the electron in a bonds are attached or attracted by 2 nuclei, they do not repel each other as much as, because 2 lone pairs, मैंने पहले भी previous video में भी आपको बताया कि there is a maximum repulsion between lone pair then lone pair bond pair, and minimum is in bond pair. The same point I have covered up here also. Therefore the bond angle decreases as the number of lone pair increases. So bond angle हमारा क्या होगा, decrease होगा जैसे जैसे हमारा lone pair बढ़ता जाएगा. CO2 मैंने आपको बताया था लीनियर स्ट्रक्चर के लिए हमारा बेस्ट एग्जांपल है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. Trigonal planar का BF3. If we talk about bent structure, we can give an example of nitrogen dioxide. Tetrahedral CH4 is one of the best examples for tetrahedral geometry. For trigonal pyramidal ammonia molecule का हम NH3 के बात कर सकते हैं. Here you can see bonding domains. आप क्या हमने लिखा हुआ है non bonding domains के बारे में मैंने इसमें mention किया है clearly. Now talking about PCl5, that is phosphorus pentachloride trigonal bipyramidal हमारी structural geometry. Next one is sulfur tetrafluoride seesaw structure, because there is a lone pair of electron 1 and 4 bonding pairs, so it is having seesaw structure. Talking about ClF3, that is T-shaped, so it is having 3 bonding pairs and 2 lone pair of electrons, so it is having T-shaped structure. Similarly, xenon difluoride, it is having a linear shape. Now talking about sulfur hexafluoride octahedral geometry, 6 bonding pairs. Talking about boron pentafluoride, it is having square pyramidal structure. Why so? Because there are 5 bonding pairs and 1 non-bonding pair. Similarly, मैंने आप लोगों को वीडियो के स्टार्टिंग में बताया था that there are certain drawbacks of octet rule. Here I have given an example of xenon tetrafluoride. Although xenon is having complete octet, even then they form so many compounds with halogen family elements. Here I have given an example of xenon tetrafluoride, and it is having a square planar structure with 4 bonding domains and 2 non-bonding domains. So बच्चों, thank you so much. I have covered up lot of content for chemical bonding. Now talking about towards the quantum mechanical model. So in this we are going to discuss about the Lewis approach. It helps in writing the structure of molecule, but it fails to explain the formation of chemical bond. So the valence shell electron pair theory gives the geometry of simple molecule, but it has a limitation, or I would say it will have a limited application. So to overcome these limitations, 2 important theories based on the quantum mechanical principles are introduced, and these are valence bond theory, and the second one is molecular orbital theory. So first we are going to discuss about the valence bond theory, how it has been started. So valence bond theory was introduced by Hitler and London in 1927. It was further developed by Pauling and others. To start with, let us consider the formation of hydrogen molecule. H2 molecule के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे बच्चों. So here what happened in H2 molecules? Consider two hydrogen atoms A and B. They approach each other having nuclei Na and Nb, and the electron present in them are represented by E and Eb. So the electron attractive forces arises between them, and nucleus of one atom in its own electron, that NaE. So if we consider molecule A with nucleus A and the electron is Ea, similarly if we consider molecule B with nucleus B and the electron is B. So a nucleus of one atom and nucleus of other atom, they overlap each other, results in the formation of a bond. Similarly, there will be repulsion also between electron pairs E and Eb, and nuclei of two atoms, that is Na and Nb, they comes in close contact with each other. So what I have written over here, that attractive forces tend to bring the two atoms close to each other, and however the repulsive forces tends to push them apart. Here you can see, if we draw a plot between the potential energy and the internuclear distance, so we will get a large overlapping over here and the partial overlapping, because of it there is a bottom, and again there is a small overlapping over this. Now talking about orbital overlap concept. So in the formation of hydrogen molecule, there is a minimum energy state when two hydrogen atoms are so near that their atomic orbitals undergo partial penetration, and this partial merging of atomic orbital is called overlapping of atomic orbital. In general, the greater the overlap, the stronger is the bond and formed between the two atoms. So overlapping of atomic orbitals, how can we describe this? When the two atoms come close to each other and there is overlapping of atomic orbital, this overlap may be positive, negative or zero. Here I have given an example of hydrogen molecule. When two H2 molecules, they comes in contact with each other, so there will be a overlap region. Similarly, if we talk about HCl molecule and Cl2, here you can see in hydrogen there is only one s orbital. When we talk about chlorine, there is a 3p, so there is a overlapping you can see between s and p orbital in case of HCl. Similarly, if we talk about Cl, there is a head-on overlapping in chlorine gas, that is 3p overlapping. However, if we consider H, there is a overlapping of s orbital only. So dotted areas represented the electron cloud of one electron. Okay. Similarly, there is a head-on overlap and sigma bond merged orbital of two electrons. So basically what I have written over here, that the types of overlapping and the nature of covalent bonds. The covalent bond may be classified into two types depending upon the type of overlapping. First is sigma, that is head-on overlapping, and sidewise is called pi bond. I have given the definition also. What is sigma bond? This type of covalent bond is formed by the end-to-end, that is hand-on overlap of the bonding orbitals along the internuclear axis, and this is called as a head-on overlap or axial overlap. Very important point to remember, that in sigma bond formation there is always be a end-to-end overlap, or we can say there is a hand-on overlap along the internuclear axis, and this is known as axial overlap or overlap. This is known as sigma bond. Okay, now talking about types of sigma bonds, there will be a SS overlapping. As I have told you, in this case there is an overlap of two half-filled s orbital along the internuclear axis. There will be a SP overlapping. This type of overlap occur between the half-filled s orbital of one atom and half p orbital of another atom. There may be a PP overlapping. In this type of overlap, this takes place between the half-filled p orbital of two approaching atoms. Now talking about pi bonds, what are pi bonds? बच्चों clearly समझिएगा, ये बड़ा difference होता है दोनों में, clear cut difference है. If we talk about pi bond, in the formation of pi bond, the atomic orbital overlap in such a way that their axes remain parallel to each other and perpendicular to the internuclear axis. जो उनके axes है वो parallel होते हैं एक दूसरे के and perpendicular to internuclear axis, and the orbital formed due to sidewise overlapping consists of two saucer type charge clouds above and below the plane of participating atoms. Talking about the strength in sigma and pi bonds. In case of sigma bond, the overlapping of orbital take place to a larger extent, hence is stronger as compared to the pi bond. So sigma bond will always be stronger than your pi bonds, where the extent of overlapping occur to a smaller extent. Talking about pi bond, so pi bond between the two atoms is formed in addition to sigma bond. It is always present in the molecules containing multiple bond. When there is a double bond or triple bond, then only pi bond will be present, whereas when there is a single bond only, so there will be sigma bond. Now talking about the hybridization, in order to explain the characteristic geometrical shapes of polyatomic molecule, first scientist, that is Pauling, he introduced the concept of hybridization, where what happened, according to him, the atomic orbitals they combine. Basically क्या होता है, जो orbitals है हमारे, जितने भी atoms हमारे close आते हैं, so the orbitals they come closer, there will be an overlapping between them to form a new set of equivalent orbitals, which is known as hybrid orbital, because they are having the equivalent orbital, that is why they are known as hybrid orbitals. Unlike to pure orbitals, the hybrid orbitals are used in the bond formation. So hybridization can be defined as the process of intermixing of the orbitals of slightly different energies so as to redistribute the energies, resulting in the formation of new set of orbitals of equal energies and shape. So that's all for today. इन केस बच्चों आप लोगों को कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आती है, जैसे कि मैं हर वीडियो में बोलता हूँ, माई वीडियोज़ आर स्पेशली फॉर दोज हु आर नीडी, दोज हु कैन नॉट अफोर्ड अ वेरी एक्सपेंसिव ट्यूशन्स और कोचिंग सेंटर्स. I can give you a guarantee, you just go through your NCERT and just go through my videos and PPTs and make proper notes. In case you have any doubt, अगर आप लोगों को कोई भी प्रॉब्लम होती है, आप लोग प्लीज़ कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखिए. I will always be there for you. Thank you so much till then, and do take good care of yourself.